Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today's video is to go through my current household, which is my legacy household, just as a quick overview, explain who they are, about the house, about some of their traits, the heir, that kind of thing, because I plan on using this family to do the nature event that's coming up this week. I've done every other event with this family so far, kind of want to continue that on. They probably won't be on the channel very often, it'll just be for the event. For my own personal collection side of this family, I want to have them be the first to do it. I don't know, that's just how my brain works. So anyway, let's get on with it. This is our current legacy heir. Her name is Fawn Lockhart. She is a teenager and her traits are that she's a foodie and a genius. She's got a bunch of the childhood aspiration skills. She's just got essence of flavor. Hello. Would I like to join the page turners? No, thank you. And a fear of death, which I think every sim has at this point because everyone dies all the time in the game. So let's open up your business and we can have that running in the background whilst I just explain things, even though it's very late and you should probably be at home as you have school tomorrow. She's a teenager. This is the business that she owns currently. It's called Fawn Food. I didn't come up with the most creative name for the business, but this is what it looks like on the outside. It's like a little warehouse type thing with a little cute outdoor seating area. Everything's very pink. She's very into pink and pastel and all that kind of cute sweetness. This is her grandmother who works for us and is not wearing the correct uniform. So let's see if I can find that quickly. It frustrates me how it changes it every time. That's the uniform you should be in, which means that your grandfather, who also is your employee, is probably in the wrong uniform. He's currently upstairs cleaning. Let's quickly change your outfit so you're also in the correct uniform. Which one is your uniform? I think it's this one? Yes, so this is her bakery slash cafe slash cookery school that she runs. She does sweet treats and baked goods mostly, but she also does cookery and gourmet cooking classes upstairs. This is the classroom area that I built, and this is like a little mini apartment that she stays in from time to time. She doesn't need a kitchen as the whole place is multiple kitchens, so there's that going on. I just had this place open so you could see sort of her business first. Other two members in the household also have businesses that I can go into in a moment, but I suppose whilst she's here, this is Luna. She was Generation 4's heir, but she technically was the founder because she's a reborn sim. If I go into her simology panel, she was reborn. She has a bajillion traits. Of course you like baking. She has a bazillion traits going on and a couple of fears mixed in there as well. And I will go into the family tree in a minute, but she married this person, Vladimir, whose name might be familiar. He's currently doing the cleaning, as that's what his current job is. They're both retired. They had full-time jobs they get money from now, but I thought to help Fawn out they would want to help her with the business. She's just making a bunch of things at the moment. Where's the other thing you didn't even finish it? Fair enough. But anyway, we'll just let people run and buy stuff. If I go into their family tree really quickly, I'll go from Luna's. And we go up here. This is Mabel Lockhart, the great-grandmother, or great-great-grandmother at this point. She was the sim I created to play the Grim Reaper event, and she got an anonymous phone call one day of a secret admirer, which ended up being Vladislav, the vampire, and I just went along with that. She was very gothic, kind of suited her vibe anyway. She was very into death. He's undead, it made sense. And I gave him a teensy bit of a makeover. He then eventually cured himself of vampirism. I saved them to the gallery when she was pregnant, just before the Life and Death pack came out. So then when they moved into their house in the Life and Death pack, just before they gave birth to Ren, who was their first child, it meant that his sort of identity as Vladislav was wiped clear because it was a new save, so there was a different Vladislav. Is that even how you say his name? I'll find out because he's in our family tree. Yeah, so Vladislav, I don't know. But anyway, He's in our family. I'll get back to explaining that in a minute. So, Mabel married Vlad. He got cured of vampirism. They had a baby when they moved into the Life and Death pack, which was Ren. They also had Damien together. Mabel ended up having another son with the Grim Reaper because she went into the reaping career and met him that way. Vlad was cool with it. It was all okay. So this is sort of the family tree from her perspective. Ren went on to marry... Why is it not showing me the family tree the way I want to see it? Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, that's better. So Ren went on to marry into the Grove family, to Ren, who I changed to Lark because it was still a bird name and I didn't want them both to be called Ren, but they had really good compatibility, so it made sense. So she married Lark, and they went on to have Hawk as their son, who married into the Goth family, their granddaughter, Aubrey. Aubrey and Hawk went on to have their children, which was Luna and Gypsy, and Luna went on with Vladimir as both reborn Sims to have the children of their own, Apollo and Artemis, and then Artemis got married to Nick and had Fawn. Nick got impregnated by aliens recently and had Bo. I'll explain their names a bit more as well. When I rebirthed Mabel and Vlad, the originals, in the 4th generation, I made it so that Vladimir's father is Vladislaus. I don't know, Vladislaus. My brain's saying Slaus because of Klaus. Maybe I'm wrong. Claus. I don't know. Vladislaus. However you pronounce his name. Mr. Stroud. So he's brought back into the family line at this point by having a son who is the reincarnation of technically himself from a different save. Nice and complicated backstory there. The reason Luna is named Luna and Gypsy was named Gypsy is because of moths and Hawk's name. There's Hawk moths, Gypsy moths, Luna moths. There was like a moth theme for his kids. He was named after a bird because both his mom and dad were named after birds. So that kind of vibe fit. He was the only one of that, like, generation to be born, so there wasn't any other kids. And then Luna had Artemis and Apollo because they are Greek god names. Apollo is obviously the opposite of Luna, as in like Apollo the sun and Luna moon, and Artemis is just another fellow Greek god. Oh, a fire. Thanks for that. Can you put it out? Can I extinguish it? There we go. Okay. Yep. Classic. At least you finished the brownies, though. A bit late on the alarm. We can replace this. We have money. Where is the replacing it? Can I replace it? Hello? I can replace that. But it's not letting me replace the oven? Oh, I'll fix that at a different point. It's no big deal right now. We've got multiple ovens upstairs. It'll all be fine. And now you're gonna go and make a fire with the sweets thing? I don't know if you can, but maybe you will. Anyway, back from the drama. So, as I said, Artemis and Apollo, Greek gods. Artemis is actually linked to the moon, I believe, as well, so kind of still fit with the lunar vibe. Then she had kids, Fawn, and they have adopted child, Bo, because Artemis is the goddess of the hunt and is depicted having a deer often, so Fawn made sense, and she uses a bow as the goddess of the hunt, so Bo made sense, and that was as far as that logic line went. I was quite happy with just the one child, and then the game was like, no, we're going to abduct your husband and impregnate him with aliens and not tell you, because we're not going to show you any moodlets to say that he's impregnated when you check. We're just going to, next time you load up your game, in the little home screen that says resume game, show you a pregnant man belly and just hope you accept it. I had to, and now we're here. But moving on. Cool, she leveled up. Good job. So this is her little cafe business, cookery school thing that's going on. Very cute, very nice. Then if I move, I'll close up. We've been open for 3 hours. It's not open very long. She's still very new to the business. She's lost money, whatever. Technically hasn't, because we pay our grandparents who live with us, so we haven't really lost money. But moving on. Okay, so I'll be honest, I just had to go and help out with the kids and do bath time, and I've lost completely where I was up to, so I'm just gonna guess where I was up to and I edit out if I was wrong. Quick explanation. The children haven't been abandoned. They're not on their own. They're with their dad. I get a day off every so often as we try to give each other a day off to be ourselves, be human, decompress, that kind of thing. And this is my day off, so I'm trying to do some recording during this time. You need to do your homework. And this, anyway, right. So this is Artemis's business. She's complaining about how gross it is. She could do with cleaning it up in a minute. Well, let's just open up even if it's late. May as well. This is her gardening centre / community garden that she owns called Lockhart Gardens. Nothing fancy name-wise. If we go downstairs, you walk in through here, the double doors. Check-in entry fee there. And then she sells her flower arrangements, any collectibles, pottery that she does, all in here. I've set it up to look like sort of ideas for displays you could have around your home, or like garden pots that you could buy. Through these doors is a small cafe seating area, and then the actual ordering section, which is a dump. Oh, you have not been doing your jobs, guys. I'll do some helping out. So she's nearly a 5-star business. This was as soon as she aged up and businesses and hobbies had just come out. She bought this with their never-ending funds, it seems to be, with this household. Before I even moved them into Ravenwood Estate, they just naturally earned a lot of money from the various skills that they had. They lived on a tiny lot, so with a tiny house. At the beginning of their lives, Vlad lived, he basically hibernated for a lot of the event, whilst Mabel tackled a bunch of different skills and the event tasks. And then eventually they just had lots of money, and I didn't really have much to do with the money, so everyone keeps getting businesses, and then all the different generations get to the top of their career and just earn a lot of money that way, and also have a lot of crafting skills, so they end up selling a lot of their crafts and making money that way. Agnes Crumplebottom is one of our staff. She works for us. She's very grumpy at the moment, though. I hope it's okay. If we go upstairs, anyway, there is a gardening and flower arranging classroom area, because Artemis makes most of her money from running classes, a greenhouse with just flowers and some odd alien plants in there for her flower arrangements. Then out the back, it's very dark as it is the night time. Out the back there's some more seating area, there's a little community garden space, and some bees, which probably need tending to. They probably are enraged. So let's just try and make these guys happy. Then there's, this hasn't really been renovated much. I just added chess tables down here and some play equipment out the back for children sims. I need to get the mod that lets you have more activities on business lots, because obviously you're restricted to 5, I think it is at the moment, and you can get mods to extend that, which would be good for being able to make this a bit more community garden space rather than just a business space like it is over here. But that is Artemis's business. We're just eating sandwiches from a random child's lunchbox in the rain. Casual. Uh-oh. I don't want her alignment to go up in Dreamer, because then it makes them kind of miserable. I'll just do that one, which seems really bad, but I really just don't want her alignment to go back up to the top of Dreamer, because then they just have a fear of being judged all the time, which she's still trying to get over now. So, whoops! I would have happily paid more money. I just don't want that. And she's gonna teach a class, apparently, so that's cool. And then we will, so this is this business, we'll travel now quickly to the final business that we own over here. Again, I lost money, but it's whatever, it's fine, I'm just doing a tour. And this is our final business. I didn't build this one, I found it on the gallery and then just made it into what I wanted it to be, which is a tattoo parlor with an apartment up top. So there's like the sleeping space, there's the living room, which has a bunch of Fawn's artwork on the walls because I was trying to do her childhood aspirations. And this part is all residential only here in the bedroom upstairs. And then downstairs I made the kitchen and bathroom employees so they can come up and use the facilities if they need to. And then a downstairs tattoo space with a waiting area and downstairs bathroom which needs cleaning and sorting out, so we'll just do that very quickly. Nick, he's not quite maxed the business yet, but he's done well. I think he's maxed his tattoo skill though. Yeah, so he's maxed tattooing. He did used to have an employee, which was his brother. I don't know if he's still employed. No, because his brother passed away, but I might just hire his ghost back because he he was good at tattooing, like he'd gotten a decent enough skill. So we'll hire him back even though he's dead. So this is Declan. He's passed away. I believe his gravestone might be in our graveyard as well, which I haven't even shown you yet. Oh, here's some of Nick's artworks on the wall. Don't break my laptop. My guy, that's not cool. And then I suppose the only thing I have to do is go home and show you the house, because we started off in Fawn's bakery rather than at the house. I've already tried to record this video several times and it didn't work, so I'm hoping this one's worked, but this was a different formula. I started in a different location. Anyway, I don't think I can leave Nick just running the business. I'm pretty sure as soon as I leave, it'll close and we'll have lost money. That's fine. Back to Ravenwood. We live in the Ravenwood estate. It's been heavily edited to suit my family and to suit my family and all their needs throughout all the different generations. When the pack first came out, Mabel and Vlad had a lot of money so they could buy the house outright, and they've just continued as a family to make lots and lots of money, which is why they have so much. So I never cheated to get this house. I've never cheated to get any funds for the family. It's always been legitimately done. They just are at a point where they've earned so much money that it's hard to get rid of the money, and that's why everyone ended up buying businesses all the time. But this is their home. It looks a bit different from when you first move in, when you first get the pack, because there's lots of holes in the roof and stuff and cracks all on the windows and the doors and things are damaged, but I've obviously repaired it over the years. And we'll just do a very quick tour of the house so you can see where they live. So just get down to the right level. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So you come through the doors and you are in the entryway. This is just, lots of family photographs, a couple of heirlooms that they've inherited, a bunch of gnomes, classic hall entryway items that you have. And if you keep going forwards, this is a little seating area, nice fireplace, the chess area, dining space, and then more family portraits and some fish that we caught many a moon ago at this point. No one's actually completed the fish collection. That's something I need to work on. Also, oh, my crow is missing. We do have one. She's out at the moment. I'm sure she'll be back soon. And then you go through these doors into the kitchen. Lots of appliances, lots of collectibles, lots of crafts, more family photographs. This is a picture of Mabel, Vlad, Ren, Damien, and Loki. And they had a cat called Taki, I think was her name. Pretty sure her name was Taki. And some more like random family photographs throughout the years, wedding photos, the like. Let's move down a bit more. And then if we go through this door, we're in the study. Lovely seating area. Fancy desk, some baby handprints, some children's projects, various knickknacks, more family photographs. Go back through the kitchen. Oh, it was spicy apparently. Through here into the living room, which has like children's toys from all the different generations. We've got lots of wedding photographs. So we have, let me just get out of this view and I'll point to the different ones. Weird that I could hear crickets just then. So this is Mabel and Vlad, the original. And that's, I believe, no, that must be this generation's wedding photo. Yeah, so that's Mabel and Vlad, the original. I didn't have a wedding photograph from them because they were already married when I moved them into this save file. And we have Ren and Locke, Damien, and he married into, I think it was the Björgensons, is that what they're called? Bjorn and Clara's family. And then Loki married a Caliente, her name was Beverly. This is Gypsy, who married a man called George Condo, I believe his name was. I might be remembering his name wrong, but there was a George in the family. And then this is Luna and Vladimir. Go back into this view. We've got a bunch of cat trees and cat stuff because we have had many pets over the years. There is Hawk and Aubrey and Nick and Artemis. Eventually we will have whoever Fawn marries and a photograph together. And then we have our lovely spooky parlour room here for our seances and our haunted paintings. A nice little just reading nook over here, and then through this door you go into just a downstairs bathroom. Nothing too special, though that toilet does cause us problems sometimes. I think it's the composting toilet, and if I forget that I have insects it goes on fire, but I try not to forget that I have insects. And then if we go upstairs we have this little balcony area out here for doing our wellness skill. We zoom into here. Just, ooh, I'm using the wrong things. There we go. In here, it's just the upstairs hall. And I think there's more photographs. Oh no. Were they robbed? I'm pretty sure I had family photographs up here. Some paintings throughout the years. This is Nick and Artemis asleep in their bedroom. Very nice. Decorated to their taste. Very colourful. Very floral because she's a florist. Some cool artwork. Bo is missing. He was there. I'll have to go find him in a minute. And just a small bathroom. Nothing fancy. This is a gemology room. Because we've always got a family gemologist, and this generation is Nick. A hallway full of all of our many family photographs, and Hawk had the champion rider aspiration, so he maxed his horse riding skill and earned all the medals. I don't think he got gold in a championship, but he got silver or bronze, potentially bronze, which is all you needed to complete the aspiration. And he was a very old man by that point, and Tempest was a very old horse by that point. I didn't want to put them through a lot of drama. And there is a ghost picture of Tempest, her and Shadow together. Various family portraits with them in. In this way is going to be Beau's room. I just haven't decorated it yet. It's always been the non-heir child's bedroom, so it's not fully decorated to what I want it to be. It has a little ensuite bathroom through here, and then back through this way and into the hallway again, and there's like there's the statue. I don't know if that's bronze or gold actually. I'll have to check in a minute. And then, why am I so high? There we go. And if I go through this door, we go into what is currently the grandparents' bedroom. It's decorated very gothic and very dark, as was their style, their whole lives, even the original first lives. They were very gothic and very dark. And there's some pictures of Gypsy and her her first boyfriend and stuff in here, because I just haven't figured out where I'm supposed to put them. And then a little ensuite bathroom, nothing special. And then if I go out here, I missed a bedroom. Whose bedroom? And where is it? It's this bedroom. I'm being a divvy. There we go. This is currently Fawn's bedroom. It is very much not decorated to her current tastes. This was her childhood bedroom. She's very into colours and pink and crafts, so this needs to be more suitable to her current age of teen, but she's not here very often, so I didn't think it really mattered that it looked like this right now, especially if she's going to take over as heir soon, and she's going to take over the main bedroom as soon as her grandparents pass away and her parents move out. If I go upstairs one more time, here is the upstairs craft room, which was Vladimir's space, basically, because he's into arts and crafts. And they've always been into cross-stitching and knitting, so I had a space for that over here. And then if I go upstairs again, it's just like a little rooftop covered space with the woohoo blanket and an easel. I have to go all the way back to the front of the house. Down we go. And through this little space, secret doorway, into this area, and then you go down into the basement, which has various rooms for all of the various people's skills and career requirements over the years. This was Ren's music room and recording studio because she was in the entertainment career. There's like a man cave area. Oh, it's Harvest Fest. I was like, why did the gnomes get downstairs? This is Artemis's craft room with the pottery wheel and making candles, woodworking. This is the gym, because we're all obsessed with the gym. The amount of times I've tried to stop Luna from murdering herself because she's overexerting because she loves the gym as an old lady is ridiculous. Collections room, still in progress. Miscellaneous items room, juice fizzer, kids science table, and various family portraits. So there's the 3 horses that we had at one point. Which we had, what were they? Tempest, Shadow, and Hurricane were their names. And this was the dog we had. His name was Rook. All passed at this point. And then this room was Luna's when she was younger, and she was a streamer as a teenager, and then she became a fashion designer. Didn't really do much with the fashion design side of things, and she's now retired. So she works with Fawn in the bakery. Where is Bo? You are on the floor in a bookcase and very sad. Can I teleport you out of there? And I'm just gonna have to cheat your needs because I don't want you to be taken away, but you're not meant to be there. Let's just teleport you out. There we go. Just fix your needs. Oh, look, he's happy now. And what's wrong with you? Awake and angry. That's so relatable, my guy. I suppose I should have someone look after him. He was an unexpected baby, so I've not been the best with him so far. I'm pretty sure I didn't even remember his birthday for aging from a baby into an infant. It kind of just happened in one of the last recordings that didn't work. Whoops. Technically, Nick is your only relation in this household by blood, and he can look after you. Maybe he can do your first bubble bath so you get a milestone. There we go. That'll do. And then I will go back to the front of the house and explain things. So this area is all ruined because of the basement, and I just covered it up as best I could. I was feeling very lazy. This is all extension from the bathroom that used to be there, so that's why that looks all a bit weird. We have the treehouse, we have my dead horses over here, we have Tempest, who was our main horse, and then we later adopted Shadow. They had a baby called Hurricane. Hurricane is still alive and lives in the Grove house in Chestnut Ridge, even though everyone from that family is pretty much passed on. I think she lived with some random sim that I don't know the name of. This is all overgrown and I need to renovate at some point. I believe Edith is currently haunting and probably breaking my hot tub again. She's here every day and she breaks my hot tub every time. She also likes to talk to my plants if she's not screaming in a rage. Then we have all of my crystals. I think Nick's checking out at the moment. Did you even do anything with your child? No. What are you doing? Oh, you're forcing tummy time. I suppose that's fair enough. Back to Nick. Anyway, all of my different cut gemstones that we have, lots of plumbite, so everyone's needs usually are pretty good. Down to the greenhouse area where we have crystal trees, plasma fruit, we have perfect plants in here, a gardener who often comes in, flower arranging table for Artemis. See everyone's names? The gnomes have moved out here. I'm gonna have to interact with them soon. It looks like they're gonna sacrifice my plants to the gnome gods if I don't, so I best go talk to them in a minute. Then over here we have my bugs who probably, need looking after. So if you could come and nurture and feed your beetles and nurture, and then the bees are super happy. Oh, they're a bit irritated. They need mite treatment, so I'll go sort them out. Play area with splash pad and tent and marbles and hopscotch because the kids all needed that stuff. random cat scratching post. I probably will get a cat again soon because I haven't had a pet in a while. The Grim Bicycle. Small painting area. The crypt that I had to buy because I used to collect gravestones when I first started in Ravenwood. I'd go around all the different worlds and I'd collect all the different passed away Sims. And then my graveyard got very overrun very quickly and I had to shove them all in there. So there's lots of random Sims from all across the Simoverse, I don't know what you want to call it, in there. And then this is my personal graveyard. We have my dead cow plant. Rest in peace, Buttercup. Sorry that I forgot to feed you. We have my various cats, Pumpkin, Toki, and Toki, I should say, and Rook are all here. We have Mabel and Vlad. We were really close friends with Lane and Olive. We even took in their son, Waylon. Not Waylon. Waylon's this guy. We took in their son, Nyon. Where I have a photo, family photo with him somewhere. Here we go. So he moved in with us when Damien and Loki were little babies and Ren was a little girl, and he brought Toki with him. So we all lived together. He lived in our attic and eventually moved out and got married and stuff and had his own family. He moved back into his own family home once he was old enough. And then we have a picture of Waylon down here on the floor because it auto-generated with him in there. We have Ren and Lark, we have Hawk and Aubrey. They all have little things that were to do with their sort of life. So this is the, like, phonograph, is that what it's called? Gramophone? That's one. This is her gramophone that she won for reaching the top of her career, I believe. This is a friendship bracelet that Hawk made because he was a tech guy and I didn't have anything really to put out here, so I just put the friendship bracelet from his son out here. Aubrey was into jewellery making, so one of the many pieces of jewellery she made is out in front of her house. Oh no, someone died. And Hawk was into horse riding, so he has a little horse statue. Then we have a bunch of cousins. We have Gypsy, which is Luna's sister over here. They were very... Artemis was very close to Yolanda and Gert, so they're over here. Ooh. Oh, Luna, you know, had an incident. I think she might just turned into a ghost, like, in the regeneration water, rebirth water place. I can't remember what it's called. And you got given a gravestone. So that's that. We have Loki and Damien, I believe. Yeah, there's Loki, there's Beverly, Damien and Annie are over here. Then we have all the Grove family and little trinkets for them, their horses that passed away as well. Some of Nick's family, some of the Goth family are all over here. And I think that's everything to do with the house. And the family are just, you know, Vlad's done a lot with his life. He's mastered many an aspiration. He's got lots of skills because he's reborn. So he's had 2 lifetimes worth of skills. Luna's had 2 lifetime worth of skills. She's gonna live a little bit longer than him. Artemis has a bunch of extra skills and completed a couple of aspirations. Nick was married in and has completed 1 aspiration. He hasn't done much else. He was working on 1. I don't know if he'll finish it. He's kind of not my main priority. What is wrong with Bo? Again. Why are people just abandoning you in the hallway? Can you please just look after your child? You don't have a bed. Probably part of the problem. Never ends. Let's quickly just shove something in there. Do I have any in my household inventory? Which I desperately need to go through because it's cluttered. No. So, quickly just get you a bed. Which one? This one in green. Lovely. Oh wait. Yeah, that's the right bed. Oh, put Bo to bed. There we go. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Yeah. So Fawn's been my main focus at the moment. Do I jump off her? As she's going to be the next generation. And the others have all done great things with their lives. I still need to get Artemis and Nick's businesses up to level 5 if possible. Fawn's business up to a level 5. And then whoever her kid ends up being, I think would be cool to be involved in the Enchanted by Nature pack. Not for like a let's play on the channel, just in general in my gameplay, because, you know, She's into sweet things and pink things, and there's like the sugar plum fairy side of things. Their family is very engrossed in the mythical side. Oh, he hates being held. Hello, this is Starfire. We've never actually met, so let's go and chill with the bird. But yeah, so I think that'd be cool to have whoever her kid is do something like fairy related, nature related. Maybe they like, want to get away from living in this big, crazy, materialistic house and start again. I don't know. We'll see what I do with that. I'll maybe do an update video on that in the future. But for now, this is who we're going to be playing with when we do the nature event. I don't know if I will have Fawn as the person who does the event, or if I'll use Luna at the time, because she's technically done all the other events. Though technically, she was Mabel when she did the first event, and then Luna when she did the next two events. But yeah, pretty sure that was everything I needed to go through. We've looked at the family, we've looked at the past family, the house, the various businesses. So I think we're good. I think that was everything. I can hear Edith talking to something. Oh, she's talking to my plants down here. Is Bo happy now? Okay, cool. I need to renovate your room. Sorry, little guy. I felt mean. I couldn't send him to his homeworld. He keeps popping up with that option, and I did think about it, because I hadn't planned for an alien baby, and then I was like, no. And it's very Sims to just, you know, embrace the unexpected and the unplanned. So, we're keeping him. And I guess I'll just leave you guys here with the nice little family gathering. I'll move that off because it's gross and smelly. But yes, thank you very much for watching. To anyone who did, I'm very excited about the event that's coming out, and filming it and playing it with you guys, and hearing about your gameplay, your current family is. Feel free to post in the comments if anyone wants to talk about anything to do with that. And I just hope you have an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye!